Alright guys, thanks a lot. We made it to 400 subscribers and now on our way to 500. And so if you're visiting this channel for the first time, please do well to hit on the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you get to be notified whenever there's a new video. Alright, Arsenal have been linked with a move into the transfer market for a new striker amid Gabriel Jesus' recent injury issues. However, there is also the chance of increasing the depth in the midfield as well. The Gunners are reportedly in the transfer market for a striker in January, with Gabriel Jesus and Edin Nketiah struggling to be prolific for them this season. Now, in recent times, the name that has continuously been linked with a January move to Arsenal is Ivan Toney. The forward will return to action this month and is widely tipped to leave the Bees when the transfer window reopens. However, Brentford will demand a huge fee to let him leave as they stare down an injury crisis and a possible relegation battle in the second half of the season. The transfer fee could go as high as £100 million has been suggested. Another top striker that has been heavily linked to Arsenal is Juventus' Dusan Vlahovic. A report in The Sun suggests Arsenal were linked to Vlahovic in the summer and last January, having missed out on the chance to sign him when he opted to join Juventus almost 2 years ago. But it appears Mikel Arteta and Edu are set to make another move for the 23-year-old. According to Tuto Jouet, Vlahovic has been out of sorts since joining Juventus. Although he does have 4 goals in 10 appearances this season, that means the Serie A giants could be open to selling him if the price is right. The Gunners have been told that Juventus will listen to a cash plus player offer for Dusan Vlahovic in the January transfer window. Sky Sports' Gary Cotterill has claimed that Juventus will listen to player plus cash offers for the striker this month. Cotterill said via the boot room, "Not Ivan Toney, because I don't think Brentford will sell him in January. Another player though, we know Mikel Arteta is a fan of his Dusan Vlahovic. Juventus wanted £50 million, but that was too steep for Arsenal. But Juventus have financial problems. They will listen to a cash plus player offer, and there are also these tax rules in Italy, which is something for them to consider." Now, this is obviously a huge opportunity for Arsenal to land a quality striker if they want to avoid the heartbreak of last season and secure their first Premier League title under Arteta. Currently 5 points adrift, the Gunners need to find a boost one way or another, or risk falling away entirely in the race for silverware this season. Real Sociedad's midfielder Martin Zubimendi is another player linked with a move to the Emirates Stadium. According to the Daily Mirror, Arsenal are set to offload Mohamed Elneny, which will allow them to make a move for the midfielder. After spending over £200 million in the summer, the Gunners will have little room to spend as a result of financial fair play restrictions. The implication is that Mikel Arteta will have to offload players before he can consider any arrivals. With Elneny's contract set to expire in the summer, there are interest from Turkey, with Trabzonspor and Besiktas making offers to take the Egyptian off the Gunners' hands. Any deal is likely to be accepted, which would free Arteta to move for a player he greatly admires in Zubimendi. The Sociedad star was on Arsenal's radar this time last year, reports The Athletic, and it has been further claimed that the North London club love the midfielder. The 24-year-old, who has been capped by Spain, opted to remain in his homeland and has been part of his team's journey into the knockouts of the Champions League. Zubimendi is understood to have a modest release clause for a player of his quality, but any move is not expected to materialize until the manager sells more midfielders. Well, there seemed to be a void left after Granit Xhaka left in the summer. At the moment, Declan Rice has made himself at home in the middle of the pitch, but Arteta has struggled to settle on selection alongside the Englishman, and hence the need for another midfielder. Another position of huge concern for Mikel Arteta is the left back. Arsenal are seriously considering recalling Scottish left back Kieran Tierney early from his loan spell in La Liga with Real Sociedad in order to bolster squad depth going into the second half of the season. The Gunners are at a risk of not having a recognized left back available in the coming weeks, which could result in Kieran Tierney returning sooner than expected. With recent injuries hitting the players, particularly Alexander Zinchenko, who may be sidelined for a while with a calf injury, though it is unclear how long he will be away. Takehiro Tomiyasu is also set to join the Japan international squad for the Asian Games, leaving the club with only Jacob Kiwior, who most Arsenal fans do not fancy at the left back position because he hasn't been impressive in his 5 appearances there thus far this season. Of course, buying a left back is certainly not in the plans in this transfer window, and so Mikel Arteta may be persuaded to recall Kieran Tierney from his loan spell at Real Sociedad sooner rather than later. The Scottish international also has a history of injuries, as he suffered a hamstring injury just as he was establishing himself, but he returned at the beginning of December and has played in all 6 games, and Sociedad have not lost one of them. Alexander Zinchenko may have won the heart of Mikel Arteta, but the quality of Kieran Tierney cannot be overlooked. His combination with Gabriel Martinelli on the lefts might be reignited if he eventually comes back, as his pace and Martinelli's speed could revitalize Arsenal's left wing play. Well guys, we'll see how this pans out. Please leave your thoughts in the comment section on the transfer news so far. Again, we're on our way to 500 subscribers. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you some other time.